EGM Network.
Hi, welcome to Silver Linings. I'm your host, Janean Barrows. I am so excited about being in the studio today. Although it is a beautiful day on the Treasure Coast, it is a beautiful day in the studio today. We have Miss Theresa Baxter. She was with us just recently. She is part of the Gifford Youth Achievement Center's Beyond Special K Senior Program. She's not just part of it, she runs it. She is it. We had the pleasure of having Theresa on just a little bit over a month ago as she was rallying up to serve her community members, and she has returned to join us and give us an update of what that experience was like, how many were involved, how many received, and what the Beyond Special K program looks like going into 2025. Theresa, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me back.
Oh, absolutely. We were so enthralled by the conversation that we had last month about how you get involved in the community, how you are far more than just a phone number for individuals within the Gifford area, and specifically the program that you touch so many people through, the Beyond Special K Senior Program there. Mm-hmm. And we needed to know what happened, what all that love and all that generosity that partnered with you, joined hands and went out and spread love all over our community. We want to know. Tell us what that looked like. What day did you stop receiving gifts in preparation?
If I'm not mistaken, it was December 19th.
That's kind of close.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you've been doing it for a while, you kind of have a system. Yeah. And you just go with the system, and that works for you, which was for me. Right. And it was how you say, one of those things that you're excited. I think talking about it, how you say, reflecting back, is how you say, get teary-eyed because of how it was planned. And you had some bumps in the road, you had some different things going on, but the excitement of the end result, and how they say it kind of like covers all that.
Well, worth all the
so they said the good outweigh the bad.
Yes.
But it was in the kitchen. As you know, I cook for them for Christmas dinner, and then I had another little team of helping me organize the groups of the areas, like 5 different groups that we delivered to in our community.
You mean, so when you're saying groups, you're talking about communities based on topographically. This is a zip code of this community, or this is an apartment complex with so many seniors in it and so forth. So you had 5 essentially large pit stops that you were focused on.
I call it the community. I had Sunset, I had Gardenia Gardens, and then I had the women's shelter and the men's shelter.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I said it was 5 different ways of the gift giving went.
And where it went to.
Yeah, and I actually added those 3 because it was only 2, the community and Sunset. But I added Gardenia Gardens and the 2 shelters, the men and the women, this year.
I love that.
Well, 2024.
I love that. So I was lucky enough to come in and get a little glimpse of the special space that holds the items that have been requested and brought in and gifted so that it can be shared within the community. And I found myself in this a moment of feeling very much childlike, because I entered a room as an adult. Here, I'm following you. Let's go. And then you open this room, and of course, the room itself has these beautiful paned windows in it, so the light was coming in. But the room was filled, wall to wall, almost to the ceiling, gifts of all kinds, some packaged, some not, rolls of paper to be wrapped for those that were there. And I was instantly completely impacted by the love of Christmas. I wasn't receiving a single gift, and I was overwhelmed by feeling for those that I knew would feel that on and for Christmas Day. I was blown away by the amount of giving that was visually seen in that room. So can you give us an idea of how many individuals, community-wide, business-wise, that donated, got involved to give to those members in your community? I know, I see you. I don't mean to.
I want to say this part. When the gifts came in, and at GYAC, there where all the gifts were, it was called the chapel. So my thing is, like I said, I should have bought some tissue, but being in the chapel, I thought about that God was, covering those gifts so that the people who receive the gifts, it was just a blessed,
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
So each person who participated, what organization, what businesses, agencies, whoever it was blessed by you I call y'all my angels. But y'all blessed me to bless them. So, and it was like sealed with being in the chapel. So it's just the numbers of people that just didn't think it robbery of just to say, I can take an angel. And you had the choice to pull off what you want off the tree. And some people went overboard of saying, I want to do extra. Can I put something else in there? And I'm like, it's your angel. It's your person. So it was okay. So my number of total from all those 5 entities or places we went to, it was over 130 seniors that had got a gift from my angels in the community. So I just to see their faces, if
so beautiful,
to get the gifts, and then the volunteers that helped me sort, that helped me organize.
You had to have many helpers because that was an undertaking. Like I mentioned, it was a very large room, not the room per se, a large amount of items to be, wrapped with love and decorated so that they would give that moment feeling,
Yeah.
They didn't
And
just
then
arrive in brown paper bags, right?
No. And then the thing is, on top of that, being in the kitchen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So it just meant a whole lot. There's video, me prepping, me talking about it on my personal Facebook page.
You're excellent with
that. My thing is just keeping people knowing that what they've done, their prayers. You may not have been able to participate or get something, but if you prayed for me, that gave me strength to continue.
Oh, yes. And I know there were lots of prayers lifted up for you and the glory and the beauty of what you were doing for so many people in our community. And you mentioned these 135 people, these are at-risk individuals, not just the ones in the shelters, but the ones that are seniors that live alone often, that have an extremely fixed income, that live in fixed income housing so that they have safe environments, so the idea of receiving something is just not on their list of things that are going to happen in their day to day. So when you honor them and highlight them, what is the response that you receive?
Since I've been doing this for basically since 2008, basically from starting, the angel tree started a little bit kind of like right where the pandemic was, when I changed it to say, hey, I want to hear what you would like to have.
Right.
But they done got used to knowing that I'm coming and what to expect. So they know I don't take no for an answer, and I want more than just toilet paper and paper towels. So I want something personal that they wish for, and it's the top 3. And there's pictures showing exactly their excitement, how they appreciate it. I know one that really stuck with me for this year, which is 2024. One of the seniors sent her daughter to the house because she knew I was coming, because if I'm not mistaken, she was either at an appointment or she was not going to be home, and she sent her daughter to the apartment and say, hey, you got to be there because Theresa's coming with my Christmas present and my dinner. So she was able to meet me, and she was able to take it to her where she was at. So
she didn't miss out.
So that they look forward to it. And like you said, there's a lot of seniors that don't have family locally or at all.
Yeah.
So by them, at least at the end of the year, they're going to receive something, even if they didn't get anything for their birthday, or if they didn't get something for Mother's Day or Father's Day. They know to look for something for Thanksgiving, being thankful that they're still here, and then turn around Christmas to get a gift and a dinner.
Well, it's easy to put yourself on the back burner as we age.
Mm-hmm.
And when we're restricted in income, it's even easier to just remove the holidays altogether, because financially and emotionally, they can be very burdensome as we age, right? And we are the land of retirement. So yes, as you alluded, many people come here and don't have their children or grandchildren nearby. I want to get back to that topic in just a minute, Theresa, but we do need to take a break and go to our commercial sponsors. So we're going to come right back in a moment.
All right.
My name is Mike Conway, and I'm with Royal Fund Management. We want to revolutionize your workplace retirement system. The recent Secure Act 2.0 legislation has opened the door for pooled employer plans, better known as PEPs. Learn how a PEP can revolutionize your 401k. Call me, Mike Conway, today. I'll give you a free benchmark of your current plan or set up a new plan. Visit secureact2info.com. That's secureact2info.com.
Investment advisor representative of an investment services offered through Royal Fund Management, LLC, an SEC registered advisor. 401k maneuvers and other business for Royal Fund Management.
Giddy up and ride out to the Downtown Country Hoedown, presented by GHO Homes. A big old party in Vero with live music by Justified. Midway games, a mechanical bull, line dance, and beer food contests and prizes. Admission is free. Presented by GHO Homes, Main Street, Vero Beach, Millennium Cremation Service, and Formula One Window Tint. Admission is free at the Downtown Country Hoedown. Friday, January 31st at 6 p.m. in downtown Vero Beach.
Welcome back. We are always grateful for our commercial sponsors, but especially grateful for our show sponsors. And I just really want to give a shout out to the financial team over at Conway Financials Planning, as well as the legal team over at Rooney & Rooney. Without their support, we wouldn't be on the air, and so I would be remiss not to note them. With that being said, we're back. Theresa, I told you it would be painless, and we do always want to thank our sponsors as well as our commercials, and we need that little time to catch our breath anyway. Mm-hmm. So yes, 2024 was the year of gifting. We saw a really nice shift in the items that were given to the senior citizens and the recipients throughout the community. Mm-hmm. I love that you expanded both to the shelters for both men and women in our community, because yes, we do focus on our children and our seniors, but sometimes, those that are really down on their luck and they're trying to rebuild, they need that extra lift up too. Mm-hmm. I think that's amazing that this year you were able to include them into that.
Yes.
I know that many, many community members love to support what you're doing during the holiday season, because they know that it goes directly into the hands, right in front of the hearts and smiles of the intended recipients. Mm-hmm. And they know that you deliver with smiles and kindness and help. The packages come with bows on them, and they're specific to their needs. Now, years ago, which some of our listeners don't know that you alluded to earlier, was that you would have a request for a senior needs. So it would be like grippy socks, and it would be bed liners and adult Depends and formulas and things like that you broke up into care packages for Christmas for them over the years initially.
Yes.
And as time has expanded, the realization that, yes, they need those things, and we want to provide what is needed, and you have done so beautifully over the years. But there was a shift, a change to wanting to provide what's wanted, right? Mm-hmm. And up until that time, we really didn't understand the needs and wants of our senior population that had to pick and choose between a want and a need in their day-to-day. And I was in awe to see some of the things that they wanted on their checklists. And I know that you had a hard time getting them to have those discussions because they wanted to put the needs. They wanted to be sure that they got their needs because they're important, right?
Okay.
And you had to really kind of drill into them. I'll work on those things for you, but I want to give you something that you want. So can you share with us some of the items that were requested?
Yes, some of the things, like I said, a lot of it was, I call it bed in a bag. Some of them was just saying, well, if I can just get a comforter or a blanket or just the sheets. And then I was like, why not get the whole thing, that'll make it
fresh, new feel.
Everything is matching of your sheets, your pillowcases, your shams, all that in one versus not. And then you had vacuum cleaners, shampoo, machines, oh goodness, some colognes that they want to smell good, they want to feel good. Some even wanted, just a gift card so they can go get their nails done or go get their feet pedicures, that kind of thing.
Kick off the new year renewed.
What they call it, air fryers, those kind of things, the bullet to make smoothies or, things like that. Coffee pot, sometimes you really think about it, it's like a coffee pot, but then it was like individual, you want that one cup that they don't want a whole pot. So it was just the how they say little means much to them.
Right. Nothing was too extravagant.
Yeah.
They were kind of a cross between wants and necessities, but they were the things that were on the, I don't absolutely have to have these, so they're not making it into the house this year. So to see so many people to actually stop and think about what they might really want that would increase the value of their lives. I was thoroughly impressed with that and how they were breaking out of the box and really kind of falling into that idea that they're safe with sharing that information with you and feeling comfortable knowing that they matter, not just to you, but to our community members wide, right?
Because I know a couple of, and I mean, I can always go into a story and things. I always say this, once it's spoken into the atmosphere, I know God is listening. And there was some tags that I listed what they asked for. And I sat there and then it was like, I doubt I'll get this. I said, never say never. And they told me, I don't care if it's used or, donated, it's not brand new. And I was like, that's an option too. And I'm going to use this one for an example. The gentleman asked for a 3-wheel bike. And I know they're expensive.
They are.
And I was like, you know what? It's gonna happen. And I got a call from a community where the person no longer rides this bicycle. And it was a 3-wheel bike. And I called him and said, hey, you won't believe what just happened. And I went and got my pickup truck and picked up this bicycle. I said, yeah, it might need a little, TLC, because it was a little rusted because they had in that gate with bicycles. And he was so excited. He was like, I got your message. And he came and looked at the bicycle and he was like, I love it. I was like, okay. His sister was crying because it was just like he had the bicycle. And when I actually went back to give him the other part of his gift of his wish, he said, look, the bicycle. He was already working on.
He is doctoring it up to make it his.
Yes. So those kind of stories and testimonies of, it comes to pass.
It does. I've seen it over the years of you as you have blanketed the community with gifting and love and spreading the cheer from all over, from other community members from one to another and being that chain link for it to happen.
Yeah.
And you do a beautiful job with that. And I know that there was a tremendous amount of coverage this year, which you well deserve for that. And I hope that brings more elves and helpers and angels, as you call them, to your table next year or this year as you make plans So I know our show is short, but I wanted to give you a small space of time to talk about what does 2025 look like for the Beyond Special K Senior Program, and what might you be looking to get some assistance with in this coming year?
It's a lot of planning of dreams are coming through or coming to. I'm already working on some things right now. So by the next Christmas thing, people are going to know that I'm passionate about what I'm doing. It's growing. I'm telling you, it's like, it's not really much space. So it's like, but I'm making do until, it's that time. A lot of things that when I came, because I did take a break. I did go on vacation.
As you
kind of, sort of.
You can't pour from an empty cup, my friend.
But I was still, I say, in the area as for emergency situations. But moving forward, I want to. I'm seeing more people are looking for needs and stuff from, like you mentioned earlier, it depends. On the larger size, from large to X large to 2X. Those larger numbers.
They need extra large and 2X for
the pull-ups ones, and sometimes the diapers, but the depends it's been like one of the major things that I've been asked to provide. The bed liners as well. So some people may have them in their garage and then say, I didn't know where to take them or who to give them to. I didn't want to throw them away. Come see me.
And where are you located?
Call me at 772-794-1005, extension 227. And this is at the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, as they use the word GYAC. And I'm the Senior Citizens Program Coordinator there for Beyond Special K.
Excellent. So you all can call Theresa and you can make those donations. We see a lot of people in our community go on social media looking for individuals who may have a need. And if they don't find somebody to receive that gift, please consider donating it over to the Beyond Special K program with Theresa. I personally can assure you that it does go into the hands of our community members far and wide, and not just within the small arena that she serves. She does spread her love all the way around Indian River County. And if you have never been over to our Gifford Youth Achievement Center and you want to learn more about what they do for all of our community members, I encourage you to do so. What are the hours that they can go there?
Well, they will still have to call and, set an appointment. The hours of operation is between 8:30 a.m. and to 5:30 p.m.
So there's good opportunity and time frame for people to reach out, coordinate a time to go visit, and go get a good tour and understand what they're doing. Maybe you might be a recipient in coming days, or maybe you might find yourself being a volunteer in the future, or even being a donor today. They are making huge impacts here in Indian River County amongst our community members, both young and old, and they are heartfelt and passionate. Theresa is just one of many volunteers that participate and run and direct. And out of a quick thought, how many years, Theresa, for you?
2025 is going to be 18 years.
18 years.
Yes.
That is so awesome. Working in an industry that is rewarded with hugs and love. You cannot beat that.
Yes.
I think that is beautiful. We know that we see and hear your name all over Indian River County as you spread the information and joy. And when you connect all the receptors from needing an attorney to a family, to needing medical care, to home health. And I know that they are so much better for having you.
Thank you.
I thank you for your time, but not here today is a gift. But thank you for your time every day that you invest into Indian River County, into Gifford community, and our senior citizens. Their voices are so frail, and you give them strength. So if you or a loved one want to volunteer or need some assistance, reach out to Theresa, reach out to the Gifford Youth Achievement Center, and specifically to the Beyond Special K program. I think you'll be very pleasantly surprised by what they are doing. Until we meet again, I'll see you all next week. And Theresa, I look forward to seeing you in the community every day.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.